that was a slave man. He was a slave and he was sold to Japan. He worked for a daimyo and became a samurai, you know? And that's the history of our people, man. Okay. Then Esau came along and put his red foot in everything. Put his red foot in the wine.
It's all according to prophecy, man. See the way, and this is all the blueprint, right? This is Genesis 27 and 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And that's how he's taking control of the earth, by his constant threatening. Alright? Because the Lord gave him that great sword, man. You know, which is the gun. Started out with muskets and rifles and shit, man. You know, and then they made and then the technology just kept improving. They made the Gatling gun, you know, where they can have a whole army rushing them, you know, with bows and arrows and swords and whatever, man. And they just crank that wheel and just tear them down, chop them all in pieces, man. And that's what really, and then when you go back into history, all these nations were fucking with Esau because they wanted that technology.
China, the gunpowder, all that.
Yeah.
Started in Japan, started killing the samurai because it became more
The Last Samurai. That movie, The Last Samurai, with Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That's what that was about. It was Esau was dealing with Japan, and they were giving them guns to fight the samurai.
They went over there to convince them to do away with their customs,
Yeah.
and be more modernized with Esau. And they presented all their weaponry. And the samurai, they were the last ones to really want to hold on to their customs.
And that movie was super spiritual, bro. Super spiritual.
A lot of those samurais were jakes.
Super spiritual because the Tom Cruise was in the army and he was fighting against Gad.
Yeah.
And in the movie, he's like an alcoholic, and he's all fucked up because in his spirit he knew it was wrong.
War will do that to you.
It was like when you watch the movie, you could tell it's because the power of the gun was so powerful that it was like it wasn't a real fight. It was like it wasn't a real test of strength. They were just gunning down Gadites, and they were, you know, even though the Gadites would have been able to smack them down if it would have been, you know, combat on their level. Esau had that advantage, so he was all messed up in the head because he was gunning down Gadites. And then they sent him to Japan to train the Japanese to fight against the samurai. He ended up getting captured by them, and he was looking at the samurai, and he was remembering the Gadites, like how they were, and he was like, oh, these people are just like those Native Americans, man. And so he fought with the samurai instead of, you know, going against them, because he was like, to me, like in that movie, it was like him trying to redeem himself. Like, this is my chance to make it right. You know what I'm saying? Like all the bullshit I did. You know, I'm gonna be on the other side of the gun this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have the fucking sword and the bow and fight against this technology. And their whole shit got gunned down. And he was Tom Cruise was the last samurai.
Last nigga on earth. Story time.
Oh, sorry, but the movie is still a good movie, though.
And it's super spiritual, bro. Cause like, I started to think about it. Like, a lot of them samurai could actually be Gadites. Because if you look at the ancient map of Gad,
yeah,
right next to Ammon.
Well, yeah,
they were right next to Ammon.
That's why you have Gadites that look like Moabites, man. Straight up. You see old pictures of
my Eskimos.
Well, even North American Gadites, you would see them. They would have those eyes. You know what I'm saying? You can see it.
Yeah.
That's why I seen a website that was like those black only Israelites, and they were calling North American Indians goose.
Amerigoose.
Amerigoose, yeah, they're calling them Amerigoose. But they don't know the history. They don't understand the history.
Well, in that movie Wind Talkers, they show it. They dressed up Gadite as a jet. They're like, hey, you look like one of them.
Look at Yoshimitsu from Tekken.
Yep.
Yoshimitsu from Tekken. He was dressed like them Gadites with all the feathers.
Yeah.
And he spins and has a flag on the banner on him.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I'm in the spiritual.
He would sit Indian style and do that thing, and he would heal. Yeah. Oh, it's all over the place, man.
It's spiritual, man.
Yeah.
If you got the eyes to see, man.
It's all over the place. That's what you gotta understand. Man, there's so much stuff. I met this Jake a while back, a few years ago, and he was showing me pictures of his family, and it was like his great granddad or whatever. And it looked like Esau. But he was telling me the story about him. He was like, he would be mad if somebody called him a white boy. He would be like, nah, I'm not a fucking white boy and shit. You know what I mean? And his whole family in this generation, all of them are black. All of them are so-called black.
Yeah.
But it all came from that dude that looked like a so-called white man. I think he was a Jake.
This is 1 Chronicles 12 verse 8. And of the Gadites, there separated themselves unto David into the hold, to the wilderness, men of might, and men of war, fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were swift as eagles, as the roes upon the mountains.
Oh, that was another thing about that movie, The Last Samurai. When he was walking around the dojos and shit, and he saw the armor, and then he saw the face masks that they have, and then he was remembering the Gadites with the painted faces.
Yeah. That's why I brought that up.
Man, that's giving
heavy.
me chills,
Yeah,
bro.
I just got the goosebumps.
It's giving me chills thinking about
That's
it.
heavy, man, but that's real. You know, you look at the samurai when they came on with their masks. Now, when you looked at them, they looked like demons.
See,
But when you look into why they did it, it was to ward.
it was to scare you. It was to put fear in their enemy.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's a face like a lion. It promotes fear.
this is the benefits of the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get this being a, you know, this understanding is high, man. It's high level. All right, we bathe in it, bro. We you know what I'm saying? We're like, when that thing, when it hits, man, it's like a waterfall. You taking a shower in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this thing is where it's at. You know what I mean? Knowledge and wisdom. That's like the true, man. You know, like what else? Just by realizing something can give you such a powerful feeling, bro. Like all of, you know, like drugs do. Like how you take a drug and it'll open up your endorphins. But just by realizing something in the scriptures, like oh, you know, it gives you that. Like a hardcore drug almost, man. But it's clean and it's pure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's wisdom. You don't get that just being an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Just walking around your group. See, but that's how you know, man. The Lord scattered Israel among all nations, bro. You know, just look at what happened. Just look at what happened to the Scots and the Irish. You know what I'm saying? Look at how they are as a people, bro. Look at how many stereotypes can you name about them? You know what I'm saying? Like, all types of bywords, man. They're alcoholics. They're violent. They're crazy. You know what I'm saying? The British look at them like they're nothing, like they're dogs.
That's right. That's why it says, you know, cursed shall we be in the city, and cursed shall we be in the field. Wherever Israelites are scattered, they're under these curses, man. even if they're in the city, which is the land of Israel. You go there and you gotta live. Now they're kicking out the Jakes that are there and telling them they can't be in Israel no more.
Yeah.
So you're cursed even in your own land. You know?
That's because the Lord has to set you back in the land. See, that's because you don't believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, bro. You know, you found out that you're an Israelite, and now, you know what I mean, you want to take things into your own hands. Alright? And it's because you don't understand.
This is Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 26. It says, "Put me in remembrance, let us plead together. Declare thou that thou mayest be justified. It says, thy first father has sinned, and thy teachers have transgressed against me. Therefore I have profaned the princes of the sanctuary, and have given Jacob to the curse, and Israel to reproaches."
Yep. Israel got taken down. Alright, why? Because we're stiff-necked and rebellious people. Alright? Even when Jacob was through in the wilderness, were they cursing the Lord, man. That's why when they got into the land and they were getting all those blessings, they were like, to hell with, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need the Lord. We got, look at all this stuff we got, man. We can do whatever we want. And that's how Jake was acting, bro. Like, that's what they were really doing back then. They basically said, like, hey, we don't need you anymore.
Well, the niggas in the desert were saying, we'd rather go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
You remember all the garlics?
Yeah.
Good out there. The Lord brought us out here to eat fucking quail.
That's why the Lord calls Israel a harlot, man.
Yeah.
Trying to run back to their old lover.
Yeah, trying to do their own thing. Run back to the what do you call it? She wanted to be a what do you call it? A solo hoe. You know, she didn't want a man over.
Well, here, it's like that song where, you know, like those songs where it's like, why are you gonna be with this guy when I can treat you better? You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord's like, you run into this motherfucker that's gonna beat your ass. When I'm saying I'll take you and I'll be right to you. I'll take care of you. You just gotta do what just do what I tell you to do.
Jake, man. 2/3 are bug outs, man. 2/3 are.
And the Lord showed countless mercy to Israel, bro. How many times did the Lord repent, you know, of the evil that he was set out to do against it? So many times. Even during the time of Moses, he told Moses, hey, look, I'm going to destroy all these people, and I'm going to make a nation out of you.
Yep.
And then Moses was like, whoa. You know, hold on. If you do that, then all your enemies are going to be like, look, the Lord brought them all out here and couldn't even get control of his own people, you know. He was like, all right, you know, and the Most High heard him. He heard him, and then he repented of the evil that he set to do in destroying all of Israel. Only leaving him.
This is Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
Yep. That's all you knuckleheads, man.
Talking about y'all niggas.
Talking about y'all knuckleheads, man.
Yeah, 2/3 of you Israelites are gonna die here, man. 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans.
Well, even those of you that's calling yourself Israelites, but you got it, you know. You just got it, bro. You can call the Lord whatever you want. You know, you can do whatever you want.
Well, now they're coming out trying to say that Yahushua was a homosexual.
Oh, you know? Who's saying that?
Another Israelite group. First they were trying to say that King David and Jonathan were homosexuals.
See, that's why you gotta be destroyed, man. That's insane, bro. See, what you guys think, man? See, you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, and you don't believe in the Lord, bro. You're a fucking demon. Get Isaiah 10 and 34. The Lord's coming to bring a sword, man. He's not coming to bring prosperity. You know, he's got all these people saying whatever the hell they want to say. That's all gonna be done away with soon, man. So, you know, the mouth of the wicked is gonna be stopped. Alright? You got Jake just saying whatever the hell they want to say, man. The Lord said every idle word is gonna be, you're gonna be held accountable for that, man. You're supposed to watch even what you say, man. You know? See, the beauty of Yahweh Shai, man, is that you're under grace. You're not under the law, man. Now, you still keep the law to the best of your ability, but we're in the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord understands that. That's why He gave Himself up on the cross, because He knows. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai knows who His people are, man. Alright, and the conditions that we're in, especially the conditions that we're living in today. You know, and the shit we have to deal with today. You know? But if you don't believe, if you just like whatever, I do whatever I want, or you're on the other end, like I keep all the laws, both ends of the spectrum, you know, that's why there's that scripture that says, be not over righteous and be not over much wicked. Okay? You may sin, alright? You may even do something wrong that you knew was wrong, but it's a good, you know, it's a demon that you got on that you're trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? You're under grace, man. You're under the Lord's mercy. So the Lord's going to decide what to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shai, He said He's going to abundantly pardon, man. It's about your spirit, like who you are, man. You know, your shortcomings don't equate to who you are, man. Okay, your spirit is who you are. You know, your intentions. You know what I'm saying? You went off, all right, but your intention was you didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be righteous, you just didn't flesh, man.
There's Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth. Like on earth, so I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Look, see, that says it right there in the New Testament. Red letter, that's Yahweh Shai. He said, I came not to send peace. So everybody who thinks that everything's just going to be all right is wrong, man. The Lord is getting ready to bring evils upon the earth. Okay? Little kids are going to get put to death. Old people, you know? Your family members, mothers, children, all right? You know, you playing around with the truth, all right? Your own child can get put to death, man. You can get put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord can do something cool to you. That's not a joke. Alright, we need Yahweh outside, man. We need we need to be in the good graces of the Lord to be able to survive this, man. You know, go ahead.
I came not to send peace, but a sword, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
And that's what you know what's going on. Alright? And it's to the point where you have entire states that are rebelling against the government. You got Texas, alright, that just passed a bunch of gun laws going against federal gun laws. You know, where you know, federally they want to restrict, they want more gun control. And you know, and I guess they're getting so crazy with gun control and you know, different things that they're doing that Texas passed a bunch of bills to make it to where anybody can just walk around with a gun now.
Oh, Texas, man, you can walk around with a sword. And it's perfectly legal. Here in California, you can't do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A bunch of other states are following along with it. Texas literally was looking into articles of secession. So they're gonna do that. You know, eventually there's gonna become a point in time. you know, when they're gonna secede. And it talks about in the scriptures, you know, city fighting against city. There's gonna be a war in America, man. All right. It's gonna be a bloodbath, and a lot of you dicks are gonna get caught up in it, man. These different militia groups, these motherfuckers is armed and ready to roll, and they got military tactics. They got, you know, they got fucking military grade armored vehicles and all type of shit like that, man.
Yep. They even got a satellite in outer space.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're pushing so hard against the whole white supremacy thing. They're having white kids in school stand up before the whole class and apologize for being white and shit. You know, they're basically saying anybody that supports Trump, anybody that's white and supports Trump is a racist, is a KKK. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all that because they're trying to get Esau to just go ahead.
This is Isaiah 59 in verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him.
Yep.
Because it's going to happen where they are going to come in like a flood. These different militia groups, these different clansmen, the military, mercenary groups, during the time of Jacob's trouble, they're going to be looking to exterminate you Israelites. Okay, they're just going to see somebody, he could be a terror, but because he looks like an Israelite, they're going to be looking to put his ass to death too, you know? So the Lord, he's going to lift up a standard. He's going to be with the elect, man. He's going to give them power so that they can be defended and defend themselves in the day of evil.
Yep.
Because it's going to happen, you know? You got
2/3 are gonna get fucking smoked.
You got Edomites that are like 6 years old, 5 years old at the gun range. Little Edomite girls that are not even 10 years old at the gun range, hitting the target. You know, 7, 8, 10, 9 times out of 10. What are you gonna do when Esau tells his little daughter, shoot that coon? They're gonna be killing Jakes, man. You know? That's why Jacob's trouble is going to be a time that never happened before. Okay, it's going to surpass anything the world has ever seen, man. It's going to surpass World War II. These cities are going to just smell like death, man. You know? It says the dead shall be cast out as dung. Have you ever smelled something that died, man? It's just fucking horrible. You know, you might have smelled a dead cat or something, you know, you walk by something on the road, or you accidentally run something over, you smell it. That shit smells, man. Imagine humans, man, that are full of all this nasty shit they report.
This Isaiah 10:5 says, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send them against the hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give them a charge to take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to give a charge to the modern day Assyrian, which is Esau, man. Who ruled ancient Babylon? Okay, who had authority over that region? It was the Assyrians, man. Okay, ancient Babylon is in modern day Iraq, right? Which were the Assyrians. So if this is Babylon the Great, this Assyrian that scripture's talking about is Esau, man. Because he rules this place. And he has that indignation with him. Which is what? The ability to come and kill your ass. Throw your ass in prison. by means of his sentries, man. These damn police officers. You know? They can come and just blow your ass away.
Just like that Tulsa County thing. You know, you had that Tulsa County, and then you had and then Jake was like, we were winning until they bombed us. And that's exactly how it's gonna go down in Jacob's trouble. Okay, you're gonna be winning until they bomb you, man. Until they come in with the artillery. All right, you're gonna do, you know. You may be killing Edomites or whatever, but as soon as, you know, as soon as the big boys roll through, you're gonna get fucking smoked, man.
Yup. Yeah, Esau's gonna get it.
Those militias, hey, those militias are deep, man. They're fucking deep.
This is 2nd Esdras real quick. 2nd Esdras 16 and 71. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Meaning you Israelites, you so-called black Hispanics, Native Americans, and also Israelite foreigners, man. Okay, when these troops come in, they're gonna be looking at just fuck you off.
Yeah, see?
Fuck you over.
Because that's end game, right? End game is
That's the
everybody
big
gets
boys.
that.
Yeah.
End game is the UN gets called in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even you good old boys are gonna get fucking torn to pieces.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Because you got some Jakes that are good old boys, you know what I mean?
They're gonna, you know. Because the Lord, hey man, the Lord's gonna come in vicious. See, it's just gonna get worse and worse. You know, it's gonna start out with riots everywhere. Then it's gonna go on to like these cities and states are gonna start going to war with each other, right? And then the government's just gonna be like, hey, we need help. America's lost its mind.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna call the UN in to fucking sweep everybody up. And that's, you know.
And that's scripture. That's
Then everybody's gonna get this.
This is Jeremiah 50, 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? You know, America, Babylon is the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, when there's something that they don't like, what do? We're gonna handle it. What did Trump do? Fucking shot missiles into Syria. What is this dickhead Biden talking about? He's talking about going into China. Okay. Talking about putting sanctions and causing a cyber attack against Russia. Okay. I'm gonna read this again. Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Because ultimately that's what's gonna happen in this place, man. It's gonna break out into violence. There's gonna be a lot of destruction, man. Going into the militias, going into these different Jakes, these anarchists. They're gonna start catching things on fire, throwing bombs into different buildings, cities, neighborhoods. You're gonna have squads, cities of people going to other cities to kill each other. Because you got places where it's like heavily populated with Edomites, right? You're gonna have Jakes that don't know any better. Just gonna say, you know, let's just start killing white people now. They're gonna go into places like Clovis, go into places like Oildale, go into places like Oakdale, you know, just to go Edomite hunting.
And that's something, right? You know, like something like that. You have militia groups right here in California. So if you got a militia group here in California where they may not be that deep, you got Jake rolling on them. Esau's just gonna call some good old boys from Texas and be like, hey, we're getting rolled on. And guess who's gonna fucking slide through, you know? These motherfuckers got drones and shit. Like,
Oh, there's Edomites that got tanks.
yeah, yeah. That's like that video. I think it was like a couple. It was a while back that the Elder Aya son made, and it showed Jake like partying and having fun, and then it would clip over to Esau like blasting a 50 cal on the back of the truck, blah, 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 blah. And then it would show Esau having fun, and then or it showed Jake having fun and partying, and then Esau with a big ass chopper just like. And I saw that and it lit my. I was like, oh man, Jake's gonna get fucking chewed up and spit out, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how hard you are, you know, like how deep your crew is. These motherfuckers is not. This blessing is a sword, bro.
Yeah, in California, they got more Jake, so it's like, you know, Jake gonna do their thing wherever they are. You got places like California, you got Chicago, where Jake got things, and they gonna be fucking shit out. But then when Esau calls in the, you know, the mercenaries, it's gonna be a different thing. You know, but you do got states where it's majority Esau, and the Jakes out there, they're gonna be getting dogged, dude. Ultimately, 2/3 are all gonna get dogged. You know? Esau's gonna come and try to kill us. Lord willing, we stick around. Lord willing gives us spiritual power, you know, because we're gonna need to be safe from these damn demons, man.
And that's what Yahweh said was gonna happen, bro.
Yep.
Right? He said the Lord said that we were gonna be under His wing, man. You know, we were gonna be protected. All right. What is that?
I got another quick one.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 41:15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. So the Lord, He's gonna, amen, the Lord is gonna put that super spirit back on Jake. You look at what Samson did. It says Samson ripped. He said you ripped a lion apart as if you ripped a kid, man. You know, back in those days.
And that's why I said that a man will be more precious than fine gold.
Yep.
You know.
And that's talking about a man of the Lord.
Exactly. You know, that's who's gonna get power to be able to do those things, man.
Yeah, it says Samson, he was able to rip a lion apart with his hands, man. That was one of the first things he did. He said he seen a lion, the lion roared at him in the woods. And he looked at the lion like, what the fuck? He said the spirit came upon him mightily. And he ripped the fucking lion apart with his bare hands, man. You gotta think about it, man. A big ass lion. And the Lord's gonna put that spirit back on Jake. That's why He said He's gonna make us a new sharp instrument, having teeth.
Yep.
You go in the kitchen, you get a knife. It might be your favorite knife, and you find out one day it's dull. You go resharpen that thing. That thing fucking, you know. Jake's gonna be resharpened. The Lord's gonna put that Terminator spirit back on Jake.
Why? You had that scripture that said, "They stood upon their feet in exceeding great army." You know that Jake is the Lord's battle axe and weapons of war, because what's gonna happen? You know, the Lord's gonna lift up brothers with spiritual power, and you're gonna have brothers get dogged in 2/3, man.
Yep. 2/3 are gonna just get smacked around.
2/3, you ain't gonna receive shit. You ain't what was it? Last year or whatever, when you had all them jakes that was talking about, oh, the moon's gonna align with this planet, we're gonna get superpowers. All you guys ain't gonna get shit. Alright? But today, man, the elect are gonna get it, and y'all are gonna get you're gonna get your heads ripped off, man.
That's right.
This Isaiah 40:28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power The Lord Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength.
Yeah, we have no might. We're faint, man.
Yeah.
Well, what can we do? You know
We
what I'm
have,
saying?
we have no might. You could be buff. What do you got to do against 2 police officers?
George Floyd was buff.
I was a big nigga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a big ass dude. He was on the ground screaming for his life,
I can't breathe.
crying.
I can't breathe.
They was pulling out of the car. He was crying, man. So what can you do? You know, I'm not talking down on him. Just that's anybody. You know what I'm saying? Esau wants to bust your window open and rip you out of the car. What are you gonna do about it? You try and fight back, you liable to just blow your fucking brains out, man.
See that dude's Black Rambo? I guess he was he used to be a cop. No, not Black Rambo. But there was a Jake that was a cop, and he started to realize that his whole police department, they were racist, man. They were Klansmen. So one day he just snapped. He killed as many as he could, but even he had no might. They could have easily called a precinct against him, get his ass knocked off. You know? So we have no might here, man. We don't have no military. We don't have no money.
That's what Jake's gonna do. Jake's gonna go around and kill off these simple ass Edomites. You know what I'm saying? Like regular Joe Blow Esau walking around. You gonna have Jake's running up and smacking them, clubbing them on the head. You know. But you know what I'm saying? Esau's gonna roll.
At the end of the day, no matter what Jake does, Jake don't have no might to escape the nukes.
That's it. You got that too.
Jake can't go in outer space and go around the water.
You're not gonna escape the Lord at the end of the day.
Shit, Jake won't even have the power to leave the country in that day, man. Esau's gonna lock this bitch down for good real soon, man.
Yeah, you can have Jake starving to death.
Remember that script you brought out? Man shall desire to flee the city and not be able.
Yep.
They ain't gonna need the might to cross the border,
It's
man.
gonna be like, you don't got a COVID passport or a chip? Man, your ass is going straight to the fucking,
Yeah, straight to Guantanamo.
straight to the relocation center. Shit, what's going on right now is crazy, man. You have this bank, you have these different banks that are going around buying up entire neighborhoods and houses all over the place.
Right now the market is super low, so they're buying everything. You know,
They're buying all this
they're
out.
buying everything, man. Right now is not the time to be selling shit, unless you're desperately doing ill. That's what they're doing. They're going around buying all these neighborhoods from Jake, all these neighborhoods from these less fortunate white people, less fortunates.
They're gonna become relocation centers.
Yep.
And in order for you to be able to live, you're gonna have to bow down to the beast.
Isaiah 40 and 30, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
Yep, you got brothers that have ailments, you got brothers that are old, you got brothers that got sicknesses, okay? They have messed up body parts, messed up back, messed up legs, jacked up hips, you know, old football injuries, debilitating injuries. And they said even the use of, even the mightiest two-third Jake is going to fail. Alright? It says that the righteous are going to renew their strength. Alright? The righteous are those that are going to put their trust in Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, and it means renew your strength. That's the way we were in the ancient world. The way we were like in the garden now. We're gonna have the ability to summon animals to help us. You know, it tells you Revelation, it says, and we shall be able to smite the earth with plagues as often as we will. Well, that's heavy. That is heavy.
That's real power.
That's real power.
Esau has to do it through his trick, his tomfoolery, man, his trick. You know, witchcraft. He's a magician, man. You know what magic is? Magic is you get somebody to look over here while you're doing something else over here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they'll take a watch off me or something like that, right? They'll do some spectacular shit over here, and while everybody's looking at that, he's right here next to you, taking your watch off. And then later on in the show, oh yeah, this is your watch. You know, that's what Esau is, man. He's nothing but a wizard, a magician. You know, that's how he got all these people eating out of the palm of his hand. You know, he's got Hollywood and all that stuff. You have a movie called Stargate. Stargate is all about ancient Egypt, heaven being powered by alien technology. The gods that they were worshiping were actually aliens from outer space. This is a movie that Hollywood created. You actually have a fan base of people that honestly believe in that. That's how powerful Hollywood is. Well, you got the flat earth shit. It's all kind of witchcraft going on. Because what? Esau knows that, you know, what we're talking about is real. But he pushes out all these different philosophies. God.
This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men, and not God, and not powers, and their horse is flesh, and not spirit. When Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they shall fail together.
Yeah. So Esau, everybody that's putting their trust in Esau is going to go down with him.
The modern day Egyptian is Esau, man. And it says that they are not gods, they're not powers. Okay. Esau is just a regular dude that the Lord gave some far out technology to. That's all he is. But the Israelites, they're actually spiritual beings. It's just the Lord lowered that spirit, man. You know, when you look at the wars that the ancient Israelites went through, they were smiting shit, man. Okay, they were going through cities, slaughtering cities, man, slaughtering countries. You know, they feared the Israelites back then. The Israelites now, nobody fears Israel now. Israel now is a joke. Israel now is nothing but bywords and proverbs, man. You know? Back then, there was somebody to fear. Esau was nobody back then. Now look at Esau. He's got that technology, so now the world fears him. But the scripture says, man, they're nobody. You know?
Yep. Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Yeah, too, there's a lot of people, man. They ain't gonna trust in the Lord. They gonna go to Esau, man. shit is a fan. Okay, there's gonna be FEMA centers.
It's gonna be scary, man.
Yeah. All them concentration camps. It's not gonna say concentration camp. It might say FEMA center of safety refuge.
Yes, you're gonna have to have wisdom in that time.
You know, at the 2/3. They're gonna say, okay, go there. Yeah. It's gonna be all guarded by